just to introduce everybody, so Shoshana is one of our board members. And then Ashley, you already know myself and Laura and Ashley. And then we had a couple other folks that may be having difficulties, but we just appreciate you. And the whole idea of this, Ashley, was to just be able to have our partners, and thanks to the video, we'll be able to share this with other folks who couldn't join us today, just to be able to have our partners understand how important it is, the work that they make possible through their volunteering, through their donations of materials, and also through their financial support. So we're just so thankful that you've agreed to share a little bit about your story. And of course, Laura is going to facilitate that. And so without further ado, I'd like to turn over to Laura, our CEO.
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you for that introduction, Mark. And you know, I've known Ashley for a while. So she actually used to work in our Thrift Boutique. Was a top sales boutique, and would always get me to buy something anytime I get to the store. So Ashley's a wonderful, wonderful person, and we're just so happy that she's willing to share a little bit of her story with us today. So Ashley, just kind of briefly, do you remember how you first found out about Homestar at the beginning?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley. I came along with Homestart because I was homeless and I was leaving a domestic violent relationship. So I was looking for a shelter for me that's fitted for me and my daughter. So I didn't want to go to Father Joe's. I didn't want to go to Elm Street because those places, the Father Joe's, it was like too many people, and my daughter at the time was only 6 months, so I wanted more like just me and her, like a shelter just for me and her. And so I looked online and I found Homestart, and I sent my story over, and I applied for the application for the MSP that I'm grateful for. And the caseworker at the time, Miss Anisha, she told me I got accepted. So that's how I first came about Homestart, was living in my car.
Wow. Okay. And your daughter was only 6 months old. So that,
yes, 6 months.
That must have been scary and overwhelming. And
yes, very.
So we're so.
It was very overwhelming.
Yeah. We're so happy you found us and that we were able to bring you and your daughter in right away. So can you tell us a little bit about what about the program was helpful for you? You entered our maternity housing program with your daughter. What helped? What worked for you?
Oh, wow. Like I said, I'm really blessed for the program. The MSP, it helped me with childcare. It helped me with therapy. It helped me with connecting with other girls. I was scared to talk about what had happened to me. So like opening up, just a very loving program. Like it also helped me with achieving my goals, setting goals and achieving them, meeting mentors that I never thought I would meet. Just everything. It's such a wonderful program. And after MSP, I graduated from MSP, and I got accepted to the rapid rehousing, which I graduated that as well. So yeah.
Wow. So it sounds like the program really kind of wrapped around every type of service that you needed at that point in time. So you got, you know, a housing program that was a smaller program because you wanted to feel like you're in a safe place with you and your daughter. You have a case manager
right.
who like set goals and work on a plan. You have our wonderful therapist who helped you talk about, you know, the trauma and some of the painful things that you had gone through, and you formed a community with other young mothers like yourself to grow and share together. And then you were able to kind of graduate to the next step of the program and, you know,
right.
transition into
also,
an apartment. Go ahead.
Right. And also my main goal was employment, and I got to work at the thrift store and move up to lead. So yes.
And what I remember about you specifically, Ashley, and your work in the Thrift Boutique is you really enjoyed the the kind of the back of the house aspect in terms of going through all the donations and sort of finding those diamonds in the rough and figuring out the value. You like
Yes.
kind of the research side of things. So talk a little bit about what you learned is working in our thrift boutique.
Wow, okay. So I learned a lot. The first one was customer service. I learned how to connect and like to help the customers whatever they needed. So I was really good with that because I love talking to people. And but another thing that I learned from the store manager, which was Michael, is that how to sort and organize. And working in the warehouse, I like that because I like to find all the goodies. And so working in the back warehouse, I was the first to see everything. So we found, we were so thankful for all the donations from the clothing. We got really good clothing donations. We got books. We got baby clothing. What else? Jewelry. We found not only gold, but we found real diamonds.
I remember.
So yeah, that was really interesting. I even got, I was awarded a TV from Miss Erlene that I didn't have in my apartment. And the other thing that I liked about working in the warehouse too is that on certain days, the MSP or the girls in the shelter were able to shop in the warehouse, whatever they needed for their place, for them and their kids. And I like that because we're giving back. And that's what's always been about the program, is giving back to the girls that need it the most. So yeah, I miss it. If I could do part-time, I would. Yes.
Okay.
Or
Well,
even volunteering, because I appreciate the volunteers too. Whoever came, they came from all over the world.
wow. That's true. So you got to build your expertise and kind of build your skill set in a job, and I think not everybody likes that part of that job, so a lot of the young women want to be in the front, with the customers, but it sounds like you like both. You're a people person. Obviously we can see that you have that great big smile and you enjoy talking to people, but you also like the treasure hunt part of it and being able to figure things out. And I remember when you found that jewelry, and we were able to sell it for a pretty large sum of money versus a typical thrift price. And I remember when you found that and how excited you were. And I especially love that you liked being able to help other moms with the shopping experience and help them find the things that they needed. So you are a pioneer for us and helping us how to find the value, because that's not something. Be very patient, and you have to have a real vision and ability to sort of look
Right.
beneath the surface, which you have. And so you have a lot of skills that I think can take you a very far way in your life. If you had any advice for
Thank you.
women, you're welcome. You're welcome. If you had any advice for any other young women, maybe who have experienced or are experiencing things similar to you have, what would your advice be for them?
I'm sorry, it's kind of cutting off. You're saying if I have any advice to the young woman, or? Yes,
for maybe anybody else who's experiencing similar things to what you have experienced.
Oh, yes, I do. So first things first is going back to my domestic violence. There's always somebody that's going through something worse than you. So speak up, don't stay, get away, because it's especially if you have kids, don't stay for your kids, because they need a better life. And that's what I learned, honestly, that it's okay to get away. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to speak up as well. Another thing that I would say is, to the girls that are in the program, to take as much resources that you can and appreciate it, because most programs is not like Home Start, you know, they're not as helpful. So just really appreciate Home Start. Just take every little thing, even the girl talks. We had the girl talks, the empowerment groups.
Yes.
I appreciate that too. We met a lot. So just take their services, and really appreciate it.
That's great.
And also talking to the grants, that's important, and I'm willing to talk and tell my story whenever, because they not only they help me, but they're helping all the other girls in the program. So I appreciate everybody who has donated to the program and the cause of Home Start.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. You know, you are just one example of why we started the program, because
Yes.
you obviously, you know, found yourself in a very, very difficult situation, and you needed a place to turn that would understand what it's like for a young mother with a young child who's trying to escape a very traumatic situation, and find a place that feels like the right place for you. So, you know, the way you're describing, you know, you wanted to be in a home-like setting, you know, with a smaller group of young mothers just like yourself, where you'd get the support you needed. That, you know, case manager kind of helped you say, all right, what are your goals? You know, we had regular meetings, and you could provide the support that you needed. Our therapist, you know, who's fantastic, who can be that support person to sort of talk through the hard things to talk about, you know, so that you can deal with the painful pieces and learn how to move beyond that. The support of the other women, that feeling of community, and then a job in a safe place where you could just blossom and you know, continue to grow in your path. Those are some beautiful things. Does anybody else have any other questions? I see, you know, 2 of our board members are on the call, and you know, they're very dedicated, and they volunteer their time as board members from the community to help us to make sure that we're the best that we could be. So I see Lynette and Shoshana. So would either one of you like to say anything or ask a question of Ashley today?
I just want to say hi. Hi, it's so nice to meet you and see you. And sorry, I've been on the road, so
thank you.
And wasn't on video, but I wanted you to at least see my face. It was really incredible to hear your story, and thank you so much for doing so. I can't imagine the strength that you have had to channel these last few years, and it's a huge credit to you. I know that you've been supported by Home Start and everything that they've done to facilitate, but so much has come from you having the strength to ask for help. And I think that's incredibly brave and courageous of you. So thank you. It's really lovely to, like I said, really lovely to see you and hear your story. So thank you very much.
Thank you, and nice meeting you as well too.
And then Lynette, I see your name on the screen. I don't know if you're in a place where you are able to share with us, or I'm not sure. You could be driving too, and of course we don't. There she is.
I'm here. You know, I'm technically challenged, Laura. So, and you know, I just want to say, wow. Thank you for telling your story, because I don't think enough of us tell those types of stories for people to really understand the importance of what Home Star does. We're not just a counseling agency or a shelter agency. We're family. I can honestly say that with a lot of love, that our board members care a lot about your success. And I'm just really proud to see that you had God gave you the strength to tell that story. That just helps me to know that I'm in the right place doing the right things. So thank you, and continue to grow and continue to know that this organization is not going to let you fail. We're not going to let you fail. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for being on the call.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being on the call.
No
Ashley,
worries.
I have one more
Ashley, so
question for you.
you got me crying. So
Oh,
sorry about that.
It's one of those things.
Well,
You know?
I just can't keep them back sometimes, but
I have
gotta
one more.
ask you, I know we're out of time, but is there any one last thing you'd like to share with us and the community? Anything else you'd like to share? You've shared so much, but I feel like the last word should come from you.
Okay. No, I just want to say I appreciate everything, from the MSP to the rapid rehousing to everything, to connecting with you, Laura. Like I always tell you, I always look up to you. And
I look up to you. I look up to you.
Yes, you're my role model. So, and whenever you need me, I'll have your back.
Thank you.
For sure. And I'm there for the girls as well. I know that I have a busy schedule, but I'm always willing to talk and share my story, because it's it needs to be heard, and that's where I'm at now, is I'm comfortable of sharing, because 3 years ago I would never be telling my story. So yes, I came so far with you guys.
You have come so far, and we all have your back too, just so you know that. We have your back, and we're all cheering for you. And my door is always open. So if your schedule frees up a little bit and you want to do some fill-in shifts at the boutique, we would welcome you back. So
okay, awesome.
So think about that, and then we can show you our candle business. I don't know if you got to see that part
Oh,
yet.
what? Oh, awesome. No, I follow you guys online, so I seen it. Yes.
Okay. Well, then
Okay.
we're all staying in touch.
Okay.
And thank you for sharing and for your bravery and your courage and being one of my role models as well.
Alrighty. No worries.
Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Okay. Stay safe.
Yeah, you too. Have a great rest of your week, guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.